Oh, nice. Nice. We like it.
Yeah, I'm on vacation too.
We like it. All right. I am just in insane asylum, folks. That's where I'm at. Otherwise known as my apartment. Anyhow, we'll just get right into it. Week 4 recap. Here we go. We're here. Cody is in sunny, beautiful Las Vegas, and we hate him for that. But that's okay. He's having a good time. Me and Erica got some plans in the works. I think we're going to go see the Packers play the Rams here in about a month and make a weekend out of it. So I'm very excited about that. We got some things cooking. But if we're touching on brief storylines in the NFL, I think there's a few that come to mind to me. You have the almighty Dolphins brought back down to earth. The big boys in that division have kind of reclaimed that status, I would say, showing that
they're still the big
power.
brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which we all believed that, right?
Yeah, I think there's still.
I mean, there's an episode we can check to see how we felt about that. But I think we were on the fence.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was
we put our opinions on the internet.
Winning Dolphin guy somewhere in here.
I still believe in it.
Cody's wearing Dolphins colors.
Yeah, you damn right I am. I am.
Miami.
Can't wait.
Anyway, no, you gotta love the Dolphins. Still a lot of good things for them in that game. Just could not match up at the same level. You had Stephon Diggs tearing them up, and the Buffalo defense is still better. Jalen Ramsey comes back. Maybe the story's different. We'll see.
Dolphins are super explosive, but the Bills are that with the defense. So kind of more well-rounded team.
But, if you look at this real quick, if you look at the storyline there, you're getting Jalen Ramsey back and you lose Trey White for the year. So look at plus minus there. The Dolphins are trending up, the Bills are trending down in that one small degree. The other one, Khalil Mack rises from the grave with a legendary 6-sack game. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but good God, that man tore them.
The thing is right? Khalil Mack is really good.
He's really good. He's really big, and he's really fast. So that helps.
Khalil Mack reminds me of Mike Tyson.
He's enormous. He's one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen. That year that he played with Chicago and they had a good defense that year, he hurt Aaron Rodgers. That was the game Rodgers came back the second half and ripped him up. So
he was the number one defender in the league.
Yeah, killed it. Just game changer all the way around. I mean, he was Nick Bosa before Nick Bosa. You know what I mean? That's what he looked like back then. Think of what else. Bill Belichick gets shellacked by the boys.
Worst regular season Bill Belichick loss of his career.
Nasty, brutal defeat there. Nothing could go right for the Pats. And when you get down like that against the boys, you've been saying it all year, you're in trouble.
My favorite clip was a Belichick on the sideline, the slow motion.
Instant meme.
Giving up. The man doesn't show his emotions very often, but he was fed up.
Just like I was.
I mean, when you watch Mac Jones throw across the field 4 times in 2 drives, you're like, come on, man. What are we doing out here?
Well, when he's not crotch punching, he's throwing pick sixes. So
no one likes Mac Jones.
I mean, I used to like him, but I lost a lot of respect for him in that regard, man.
Yeah, he's dirty and sucks. Like, what's to like?
Yeah, I mean, it's not great. So I think it's Bailey Zappi time in New England. But anyway.
Speaking of sucking, did you guys see the Giants? Oh, my God.
I was watching that on this giant fucking screen here from my bed. And
that's cool.
That is cool. And it just, I kept watching because I was like, they're going to take him out of the game, right? Because they couldn't protect him. They couldn't keep their $38 million quarterback on his feet for 2 seconds.
Every play looked like a baby Bambi, like his long, skinny legs trying to fight for survival.
It wouldn't have mattered who was playing quarterback. they were gonna die.
It was
wouldn't
every
matter who
play.
they were playing either, because the Seahawks are not a good defensive pass rush team. They're not.
They had,
good at that.
I think, 11 team sacks, 10 of them on the quarterback and 1 on somebody else.
You know what though? Their first round pick out of Illinois is a dude. That guy made some plays.
Yeah,
He looks nice.
he's really good.
Yeah. Witherspoon, Von Witherspoon. So I mean, there's we could go down the list left and right. I mean, there's a few other ones. CJ Stroud looking like the realness.
He is.
He looks
I
nice.
feel like I was wrong about him.
We were all wrong. He looked terrible in the
Yeah.
preseason. He looks real good right now, and they're about to get 2 of their starters back on the O-line, so it could get even better.
I think Houston might be the best of the bad teams.
They might win that division. That's crazy.
Yeah, the best of the bad teams.
Which is insane. Man,
That's what that division is.
it's kind of wild what's going on down there in both the South divisions, actually, because I didn't expect the Bucks to be that good either. But so
They're not.
anyway, in the interest of time, we should probably get into breaking some stuff down. Just like get a little news
We
up
should.
top.
I can't wait to talk about these matchups, man.
Oh, I'm
I think
excited.
you can't wait.
I
We
can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I think we
should we
all had
start-
pretty good weeks.
We had a pretty good week. Everyone got smiles on their face in here.
Everybody's a winner. The whole podcast crew won again. Eric
Podcast
eked
won
out a
again.
toilet bowl victory against Mr. Strozzi.
Sorry, I had to kick him off the pod. Can't lose those
It's
ones.
kind of like if
Not
you
around
look
here.
at like the QB ratings over the first 3 weeks, there's always like weird outliers that are towards the top of the list. It's kind of like that with our standings. You know what I mean? But then after 5 or 6, you look at them and now you notice all the top guys are consolidating towards the top. Kind of feel like that a little bit.
He will rise. It's
I
gonna be
always feel like that. I always feel like that.
Do we want to do it the way I always do it, where I start with mine and we go through that way, just because the way my phone is? Is that
You
cool?
pick it out and we'll do it.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's do mine because I mean, good God, we take the point lead.
Whoa.
We absolutely
Whoa.
brutalize
Whoa.
Jacoby's butthole. Even though he was a second point scorer, he didn't have a prayer. And you know what was beautiful about that? Christian McCaffrey scored 45 points, and I enjoyed every
And
single
it
one.
never mattered.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed every
it
single one
never
because he's on my
mattered.
dynasty team, and we also scored the most points this week on our dynasty team. It was a good week, boys. Crushed everybody.
Jeez.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you had a really good week. You had,
It was nice.
you had the best week you have ever had in this league.
And you
True.
still fucked up because you got a 30 pointer on your bench.
Hey, man. You'd be forgiven. Anybody would be forgiven when all the reports were that it was going to be a multi-week injury. He rushes back, limited all week. It's a Thursday night game. Come on, man.
I'd have made the same call.
You're-
but
Yeah.
I
You're
wanted
only
200
forgiven
points
because you won. You're only forgiven
Yeah, I
because
mean, it
you
would have
won.
been brutal if I would have
That's
lost,
it.
man. I
Yeah.
benched him in
Yeah.
both leagues, too. I have him in both leagues. So I lost a combined 66 points, not just 33.
You benched David Montgomery's like career day.
He's going to have more of those. That O-line is good.
No, he's not.
No, it won't.
He's not gonna have more of those.
3 touchdowns? No, but he's going to
33
have a
points?
touchdown. He's not going to score 33 points, but he'll have a couple 17 to 20 pointers. I feel that.
Oh, so just a little over half of that.
Hey, man, you don't know. Maybe he will have another one. Who the fuck knows, dude?
Quick concession.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, it's unlikely, right? But it could happen.
Okay.
Other news on here, Lamar got blessed with Deshaun Watson being out and them just dominating Cleveland
Yep.
because that rookie, although athletic, is not ready yet, clearly. And also got thrown into it with like 2 days prep. That's never going to be ideal. Baltimore's got a tricky defense, even if they're not the best defense they've ever had. They have tricky schemes to play against.
Lamar to Mark Andrews paid off for you big time this week.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's consolidating in that offense. Shoddy B, Mr. Rashad Bateman, is just had some hotness coming into the league, cannot stay healthy. Odell Beckham, we know the story there, same thing. If the Ravens are lucky, he'll get healthy at the end of the year and make some big plays from the playoff run. I mean, so it's going to be Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews. That's the offense. And then it's also consolidating a little bit behind Gus Edwards, it feels like. He was the one getting the carries. He was the one making the big plays. I think he's just going to get more and more work. He's going to be 15 carries plus a week for the Ravens.
Well, that QB tight end stack's doing exactly what you wanted it to do because Lamar's the QB3, Mark Andrews is the tight end 3.
It's nice having a tight end who can score 20 points consistently.
There's only 2.
Yeah, there really is. Well, Hawk is there, but not quite,
Not quite.
Laporta.
Yeah, what about Sammy Ballgame, your favorite player of all
Fucking
time?
Danny
Cody?
My God. Haunting my
Madison,
dreams.
I'm going to mention Madison real quick and dirty. Madison's a jag. He's just a guy. He runs the ball well against good matchups, but Cam Akers looked way better than him. I'll admit it. He averaged 8 yards a carry. He only had 7 carries, but Cam Akers looks explosive. He's more athletic. He catches the ball better. It's going to be a split. I mean, that's what's coming. So probably shooting myself in the foot by saying that, but if you can't see that, then you're blind. So that's what's going to happen. I mean, you can't keep Cam Akers on the field behind Alexander Madison. So Javonte sucks. He got hurt. Not really sure how long it's going to be yet. Got a hip contusion. Not really much else to say there. Stephon Diggs doing the Diggs things. It was so beautiful to see him do the dipsy-do dunkaroo, and there be a penalty flag down, and that flag to be on the defense, and I still get that 60-yard touchdown. Everything was going my way. It was beautiful. There were so many touchdowns. There were so many touchdowns on my team where there were flags on the play, and usually they're like, fuck, that's 12 points.
And they were all on the defense.
They were all on the defense all day long. In the Eagles game, it was that way. In the Dolphins game, in the Buffalo game, it was that way. Lamar's game, it was that way. So
it's weird to see one of the only people on your team that didn't produce is a Dolphin.
He's getting back involved still. They're gonna figure that out. You can't keep the guy.
0% worried about his future prospects, but it's just odd. Everybody goes off on your team. You tell me Jalen Waddle's only got 6.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
I gotta say, when you have such an explosive rookie like Devon Achane, it is gonna eat into your touchdown a little bit because that man's a fucking touchdown machine. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, the week before the team put up 56 points just in running back touchdowns.
I mean, they have more speed than I've ever seen on an NFL team. The only other thing I was going to mention is Jake Elliott might be my MVP, man. He scores 15 plus a week. That man's nasty as a kicker. Anyway,
can't wait to get rid of kickers.
He's averaging 15 a week. That is stupid.
It's crazy. He's like an RB2 for me right now. It's great.
Yes. All right, Jacoby's team putting up 142 and losing, going to 1-3, making a hell of a showing with the monster that Dave gave him. But
gets Alvin Kamara back, who wildly involved in the passing game. No yards, but 13 catches.
13 catches. Lord. How many targets did he have?
I think he caught all of them. But
really?
If we're looking at it, 13 catches. 13 is so many catches.
That's a lot. That's 6.5 points by itself.
He had 14, so he only missed one.
Jordan
Love scraped together a game in the garbage time to put up a decent point total, but he was let down by their game plan in the first half. Good God, and that O-line just being disgusting. You want to know? I showed you guys the PFF. I showed you PFF rating them number 1. I was like, are you guys on crack? This makes me doubt your statistics because you rated them over the Eagles. Are you out of your mind? Does anybody in this building have eyeballs? Like, there's no way the Packers are anywhere close to as talented O-line as the Eagles. It's not even close.
Nah.
But anyway, Debo was banged up all week. We said it. It was going to be an Ayuk week. We said it. We told y'all. And we were right. Adam Thielen continues to do the damn thing. Old man
That's
Thielen.
Weird.
I know.
He's a wide receiver 10 on the year. He's putting up wide receiver 1 numbers through 4 weeks.
Those 4 weeks, though. Is it just since Andy Dalton's come into play?
No, Bryce Young was playing this week.
Oh, Bryce Young did play this week. I thought he was not.
Yeah, he played.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. You know, he's the most consistent guy on that team. Jonathan Mingo's too young. He's too raw. DJ Chark, other than the 1 year he had, has never been a consistent player. And you have a guy who is a good route runner, albeit has lost his step clearly, and has always been good in the red zone. And they're always down. They always got to throw the ball. Sounds like a recipe for fantasy success. Stay healthy.
Yeah, he's averaging roughly 8 targets a game for an 8th rounder. That's pretty good.
It's pretty freaking good. Cole Kmet has the best day you'll ever see out of him. So better appreciate that one, Jacoby, because you ain't never getting that again.
Play people when they go against the Broncos. Man.
Good guy.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos and the Bears. Both of them.
What a joke of a matchup that was.
It was gross. I will say that guy who stepped in for Javante's got some pop to him, but he's 180 pounds. So I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, that's super disappointing to have Samaje Perine knowing that Javonte Williams is going to go down, and then he does, and then it's some other guy. I'm like, cool.
Perine's just a guy, man. He's a
he is, but like
guy.
I put him behind someone who I thought was going down in an offense that was going to run a lot, and now he went down, and the offense went to run a lot, and then it wasn't Samaje Perine. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you on this roster, man?
Well, part of the problem is game script.
Gone.
They're always down. They're always
He's
down.
out.
And then also, Russ is, believe it or not, Russ is throwing the ball pretty well right now. You got to admit it. It's been 4 weeks. He's putting up yards. I don't really like the man, but he's having a decent year. So they ain't winning games, but he's playing decent.
He's playing all right. He's been accurate, and he's been forced to throw at a ton. And he's got quality receivers around him.
How are we doing on time for this matchup?
Yeah, we're running a little bit long. But we're pretty much ready to be done here. DeAndre Swift keeps doing the damn thing in a close game. So surprising to see Washington put up that level of fight against the Eagles. Did not see that coming.
Fuck me. And they gave him at the end.
Yeah.
Terrible call to go to overtime. If anyone ever calls him the fucking gambler ever again, I will fight them. What a fucking puss move. Yeah, you're on the road against a better team. Time's out.
You have all the momentum. You're 2 yards away from getting the upset victory on the road. You take it.
Yeah, and they've been giving up yards all day. But here's the thing is, okay, if you're thinking about that game planning, and then we should bump into the next one, is that the Eagles know you're not going to get 2 yards in the ground. They know you got to throw it. You ain't getting 2 yards against that defensive front when they're bearing down. There ain't no fucking way, dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, they didn't. So, yeah, but they just slammed down the field for 80 yards, throwing the ball the whole time, knowing they couldn't run it because there was no time left.
Throw it up to Jahan Dotson, let him make a play, man. He's good at that.
Yeah, it's a higher percentage chance than going to overtime.
Probably.
Yep.
Oh well.
Yeah, but anyhow, lost opportunity.
Way to go! Way to go, Ron.
What's your next one?
Boat routing. I got Todd in Austin. Austin continues his slide into. He's going to need to rename that team the Swamp Creature. He's got a nice logo for it. You know, the skull with the snake in it. It's fitting.
He does have a swampy little logo.
Yeah, man, just didn't have a great draft, and we're seeing that play out for him. You know, I think Gus Bus is going to be good for him. Jordan Addison was the loss he took in that trade, and he gave up Waddle. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Can't believe he gave up Waddle.
Yeah, a little surprising.
What are you going to do? The rich get richer. Anyway.
Not do that?
Let's talk about the winner first here. Jalen Hurts is nothing but consistent, if not the game breaker that he was last year. He's been very consistent this year. Putting up points every week. Tush push will always guarantee you some points. He didn't get one of those in this game, but he got a whole lot of A.J. Brown, and it worked real nice. So
A.J. Brown, and then again DJ Moore in that abysmal Bears-Broncos matchup, putting up 23.
Well, it's about damn time, man. It's one of the best wide receivers in the league. You ain't throwing the ball on your shit offense. What are you doing?
It's true. Season high, 9 targets, caught 8 of them, 131 and a touchdown. Pretty good line.
They should never not be throwing the ball. There's nobody else on that team to throw the ball to. Maybe Cole Kmet here and there, But otherwise, DJ Moore should be getting 15 targets a game, and if he's not, it's criminal. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Todd's team-
relying on
Go ahead.
I just think relying on Chicago to do the right thing from a football perspective is not something we want to start putting chips on, dog.
No
It's
shit.
proven to be a losing strategy
No.
year
Yeah.
after year.
Yeah. Every time you put on Bears memorabilia, you're like, let's get ready to lose, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. What do they got to do? James Cook, also very consistent. The Bills were throwing the ball a lot. Josh Allen scored a rushing touchdown. So limited the upside there a little bit. And when they got up late, they let their other bruisers in there. Why get your skill guy hurt? You know, Kyron Williams might be the pickup of the year, man. I mean,
I don't think it's a might. I think through 4 weeks, it's almost a no-brainer because it's
him and Puka.
he's the running back 4, and he wasn't drafted.
Yep.
Yeah, man. He's good. He runs well. Team likes him. He's playing well. He's got nose from the end zone. Did get a little banged up, so we might see a Ronnie Rivers week potentially.
They used him a bunch. He had his first 3 weeks, 15, 14, and 10 carries, but he got 25 of them this week.
I've been very surprised with that team, how competitive they are, because I thought they were going to be dog water. You know,
Same.
but
Yeah. A healthy Matt Stafford is such a difference.
huge difference.
They said Sean McVay was going to retire.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of rumors flying around them. Todd's put up 125 points every week since his 55-point showing in week 1. And I think most of that's because of Kyron Williams.
Well, he's got 3 engines on his team, right? He's got Devontae, Kyron, and Jalen Hurts. That's what drives that team. You know?
Yep.
Most weeks. So, we're flipping over to the other side. Austin gets hurt by the fact that Tua had his worst week of the year, by far.
Yeah. That might be his worst week of the year.
Yeah. I mean, until they play him again.
Statistically, not to be that guy, but he did have less points against New England in week 2. So he's had 2 showings of 28 and 2 showings of about 13.
Okay. I mean, just on looks, though, that's the worst he's looked.
Definitely.
You know?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
That game against New England, the game plan was they figured out they could run the ball on him, and they just started running the ball on him. So, you know.
Yep.
Derrick Henry looked like the Derrick Henry of old, stiff arming the shit out of people and then taking it into the house.
And then throwing a touchdown as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. Short aside, but they're doing this new thing on Madden Ultimate Team now where they're going to have a player each week who gets a card based on an angry run of the week. So whoever just fucking trucks the shit out of somebody is going to get a card. Nice. I think that's cool. I think Derrick Henry's getting one this week. So
there you go.
It's a cool thing. But Austin honestly might have 2 solid running backs if he does have 2 solid running backs. But if Derrick Henry is going to start being the Derrick Henry of old again, Brian Robinson is about as good as you can come by for an RB2 right now. He's played real well this year.
Yes.
He's run the ball well. He looks good between the tackles. He's catching the ball more than he ever has. Gibson got a little bit involved and had some pop again this game. I was surprised by how quickly they forgave him because usually they punish that man to the bench for like 3 weeks after a fumble, you know. But maybe Eric Bieniemy is a little smarter than that, knowing that these are pro athletes, and all you have to do is fucking tell them like, don't do that again. They can try not to do it. Like you have to put a talented player on the bench because he made one mistake, you know.
Yeah, but I mean that's a generalization. I'm sure there's some ones in the league. We all saw Antonio Brown.
Well, that's different. Antonio Gibson's not a head case. You're talking about a guy who's just got a fumbling problem. You know what I mean? Get him some more reps during the week and tell him to get out there and make it happen. You know,
I jumped to the extreme, but to make a point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some guys got some shit behind the scenes you can't see.
Or you could be Chase Claypool and get told not to even come to the game because you're a fucking bonehead. They told that man, they're like, hey, dude, you can stay on oh shit, I was gonna have the good Chicago reference. Why don't you stay home, get yourself some deep dish there, bud, because you're on the trade block. So you ain't coming.
There you go.
How about that?
Take yourself down to Navy Pier.
Yeah. I was trying to remember what their
Take
shopping.
yourself down to Navy Pier.
Yeah.
Grab a sandwich because you're not
Yourself-
coming to the game.
Get
Go
yourself
down
a
to Harry
watermelon.
Carey's because
Yeah.
you're out of here.
Go watch the Cubs lose out of the playoffs. How about that, Chase?
Hey, Chase Claypool, go eat a cheese stick.
You're done. You're fucking done, you bum. Anyway, Jacksonville defense putting up points for him. You got that Darius Williams pick 6 against the worst quarterback in the league, and it ain't close.
No, he's bad.
I mean, I would have Zach. I would be on the phone for Zach Wilson if I was Atlanta, because Zach Wilson looked nice this week. Looked
You
nice.
don't mean that, but it is funny to hear it.
But I mean, yeah, of
Jesus.
course you don't make that trade, obviously. But like what I'm saying is, that's how fucking bad Ridley is. That dude does not belong. You know what he should be? He should be a tight end or wide receiver.
They talk about how like a really great quarterback makes all the people around him better, and he's the inverse. He's so
Makes me
bad
worse.
that he's ruining the people's careers around him.
Did you see Mac Hollins refuse to dap him up?
No.
He was
I
like,
did.
"No,
I
dude,
did see that.
You've missed me
And he
4
looked angry.
times."
It looked angry. He looked
He was
real
wide
mad.
open for a 70-yard touchdown. He's like, "You are costing me money."
I saw a Kyle Pitts cut that broke some ankles, and he's just he had time to on the sideline go like this, and then start talking shit to the guy whose ankles he broke. And the ball still never came to him. Still never came to him.
Man, you should put Bijan at quarterback. Just run the Wildcat. You
Uh-oh.
Like,
Yeah, we
fuck's
lost him.
sake.
Patrick's got some Wisconsin Wi-Fi.
Oh, am I here? Am I
Jesus,
back?
man.
Am I back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're back.
You're
back.
back. You're
I'm
back.
I don't know. Sorry.
Wisconsin Wi-Fi. Oh, damn, it'll be his upload. We won't hear that humor.
Ah,
No, you won't
shit.
at all. It'll just be me talking to you guys when you guys can't hear me. Great.
It's fine. I'll text it.
The big bone job for Austin is Jordan Addison with a goose burger. Not sure what happened there. I think they just lost him in the sauce.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he only had one target in the whole matchup.
I'll tell you what happened there. He got fucking hosed on a trade by you. Absolutely.
Hey man,
Austin, he did you dirty. Austin, I want you to know the next time you look that man in the eye, don't trust him.
Yeah, trade rate.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
he did
not
you
a-
dirty.
he
Full
got
on
Gus
rapist.
Edwards.
He looked you in the
Yeah.
eye, asked you how your mother is, and was literally outside shitting in your yard.
Wasn't even
Yeah.
an implication.
I was just trying to fertilize the lawn, dude. Come on, man.
Fertilized it.
What? Okay. So anyway, let's do Cody and the King, the matchup of the undefeated.
Oh yeah, the battle of the 3-0s.
Wasn't much of
America's
a battle.
game of the week.
Wasn't much of
No,
a
it
battle.
fucking wasn't. It looked like Cowboys Patriots game.
Ooh, how so?
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
A lot of defensive scores.
Yeah. So you mean that you had the defense in the Cowboys Patriots game? So
Cody got 80 points between Anthony Richardson, Puka Nakua, and the defense. Like
Yeah.
two of those three were not on anybody's radar when you drafted them at all.
the fact that
That
you won,
was so the 3 point scorers on my team are a 9th round.
Which is great because your running backs combined for 6 points. So
Yep. Yeah, dude. You got to find a way to win out there. And
So-
we're doing it with waiver wire and 9-11 round picks.
9/11. Nice. I can't
Never
believe
forget.
that.
Never
ahead.
forget.
Yeah, never forget. Can't believe that you won with 6 points out of the bags. That's wild. And then Anthony Richardson, man, is that guy. He is what we thought he was going to be. He
looks
has
like Cam
so
Newton.
much upside. He's a better Cam. Newton.
He's a better thrower. I mean, I don't know if he's a better Cam Newton because that man was an MVP in this league. So like I'm gonna not say that yet. But like
He's better.
he can throw a lot better than we thought.
He's a better Cam Newton. I'm saying it. I don't care.
I hope so.
He's better. He's
I
a
hope so. I
better-
want you to be right.
I think he's a better athlete than Cam Newton, and he throws the ball better. So he's a better Cam Newton. You know what I mean?
Heard it
There you
here
go.
first.
Yeah, we'll see. He's taking a shit team that is now 3-1, by the way. He got an assist by Gardner Minshew. Sure. But he's taking the worst. He's having to deal with the worst defense in the league. They put him in a 23-0 hole. Okay? And they won.
And he's doing it without
No,
Jonathan
they
Taylor.
lost. They lost. They lost.
They lost that game. They lost that
Yeah,
game. It went to
whatever.
overtime. He took it
Okay,
to
so they're
overtime,
2-2.
and
Whatever.
they never got the ball back.
Yeah, whatever. Still, same thing. Okay.
Puka was
2-2.
too busy putting that game away.
Well, you better get ready for him, like Jake said, to get about half the work because it's going to be Cup time. So
Hey, if he gets half the numbers he's getting, waiver wire success still.
the efficiency might go up too, though, because if they start having to focus on Coop, the Pook man might get bigger plays.
Poop and
You know?
Pook. Here we go.
Cooping and Pooking. I like it.
Pook and Coopin.
A cup of Puka. What?
No, ruined.
My
Ruined.
bad. So, hey,
Damn.
we were
Damn.
workshopping.
Hey, man, I like the effort.
You know,
It
we
was-
do what we can.
It was cool until you ruined it.
Well, whatever.
Alan
At
had
least it's your
one.
fucking team, so who cares?
Can we shit on Alan's team for a second? Because he finally
Let's do that.
started to talk some shit this week, which appreciated. But then
Oh,
just put
Thanks,
out.
Alan.
He put up 87, but 32 of them was Nico Collins. If you take out that freak, he puts up a 50 burger this week.
Nico is looking nice, man. He looks
Nico
good.
is looking nice.
Yeah. That team, man.
He's always
surprising as
open.
hell.
3 games out of his 4, he's had at least 9 targets.
He finally has a quarterback that can get him the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah,
that's-
Houston's better off than Carolina.
or Pittsburgh.
Nico's up there for top picks so far through because I think he was.
Mhm.
I mean, he's like wide receiver 11 or 7, sorry, and he was an 11th round pick.
I still
Yeah.
think you're going to see some variance between him and Tank Dell. Okay, I think it's going to be there's going to be some Tank Dell weeks sprinkled in there, but I mean Nico is still a guy that you want to start in his flex. I mean,
Houston's schedule is garbage too. They have like
In the
one decent defense like on the docket for the rest of the year.
yeah, Allen is like really ridiculously loaded at wide receiver. Like all those guys are worthy flex plays like every week. You know, it's kind of wild.
yeah.
You get weird that I mean, if Seattle wasn't completely beating the brakes off of New York, you would have got a bigger game out of DK because he was getting open. But they just didn't need to do anything, So, and then Olave, weird game there. I think Carr is clearly still banged up. Was not throwing the ball well, and you got to
Didn't look
admit at
good.
this point, Tampa Bay's defense is good. They good, They looked a little old last year, but they look fresh this year. They're playing well,
Mm.
So
Looks to me like Baker Mayfield's better than Derek Carr. Just gonna put that out there again.
Baker Mayfield's 3-1 leading the division, man. So kind of wild.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Interesting to see that matchup again because I don't believe that Baker Mayfield is better than Derek Carr, but that game wasn't very close.
Trending that way.
Trending that way.
Got to give him props. He's played well. Also,
You gotta
gets
go with
his
what you
worst,
see.
Allen also gets his worst week of the year out of Kirk Cousins in the 1 week where he really needed a good one. Gets less than 10
He did.
points.
How
Needed
is
it.
that? The 3 losses, he's just slinging and he's putting up numbers. The 1 win, the Vikings finally inch out, and they don't need their quarterback to throw even 20 times. Not even half what he had in
Well,
the other games.
Game was
Because
gross.
that's what that team is. Like they need him to do a lot to stay in games, and so fantasy wise, he's going to be good because they're going to be better.
It was really fun when they threw the pick 6, and then he threw another interception to say, "How's he looking now, Brett?"
No.
That was really fun for me because Jordan Love had a much better week than Kirk Cousins. So suck it, Brett.
There you go.
Anyway,
Just suck it.
anyhow, anything else for Allen? Tony Pollard never gets anything because the defense wins all the games for that. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah. He's gone
Yeah,
down
you
every
hate-
week. 21 points,
hate
16 points,
seeing
14, and
Your
then 8.
first round draft pick get eliminated in a matchup by a 9th-round defense.
That's what happened. So he got it
Not
both
just
ways because he got
eliminated,
the
but like,
defense that-
but almost 4 times the points. You like 4 over eliminated.
Ooh,
well, it's just crazy
Damn.
because you would think on
Damn,
on
Allen.
many other
damn,
teams.
Allen, you suck. You suck, Allen. Trash.
On many
Give
other
us a clap back
teams.
for that. I can't wait to see that clip and text it to us on Sunday.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I love that people are clipping the pod now. It's been fun. We gotta keep that
It's a
going.
good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
The other thing there is that unlike many other teams, like, if it was Tennessee that was up, they'd be grinding it out with Derrick Henry. Cowboys don't do that. It's Rico Dowdle
No.
time,
Yep. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you should do it that way. That's a smart thing to do.
When your defense refuses to give up more than 3 points, you're like, guys, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Did Deuce Vaughn get any run, by the way? Real quick. Has he been on the field at all?
Very little.
Yeah.
Very little. I remember he had a drive like week 1 where he looked pretty good, but like I haven't seen him take a drive of running the ball like Dowdle has.
He had 8 carries for 9 yards this week, and then 1 2-yard catch.
Not going to get on the field with those numbers.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's the next one?
Also, next one's Erica and Strossi. Also, small aside is apparently Matthew Judon tore both of his biceps. I don't know how you do that.
Ooh, that's gonna be painful just to eat for a while.
I don't know how you fucking do anything. He's gonna be eating out of a straw, dude.
Dang.
He's getting surgery like today or tomorrow, but that's wild. I've heard about one, but both, dude. What the fuck did you do?
That's tough.
That reminds me of the Vince McMahon double quad injury.
That's when you know you're jacked. If both of
when your body blows
explode.
like symmetrically, just like done.
That's like, hey, you're too huge, man. So you got to take some time off. We got to work these muscles back. Anyway, this was a gross one all around. Not a lot of good to say here, other than welcome back, Josh Jacobs. Welcome back to relevance.
He does exist.
He does back, baby. She has some serious problems. Okay, because Devon Achane he's going to be the lead back now. How do you take that guy off the field of what he's doing? I mean, Raheem Mostert's still going to be involved, but it's going to become more of a 50-50. And if he keeps showing out, it's going to become like There's no way you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks so good.
So good. He's so good.
Yeah.
I want him on my team so bad.
Oh, I wish I had him in both leagues. I only have one.
I wish you had him on your team just so somebody would fucking start him in our league.
I don't know what's going on there.
Crime.
If she does not start him this week, I will call
file a complaint.
We need to file a complaint. He needs to be scoring actual points for God's sake.
Sure, I think by rights should probably stripped from her roster if he doesn't start again next week.
And give it to me. I agree.
It's like the free space in Monopoly when you start putting everybody's taxes and fees in there. Just roll a dice, so you'll get some.
She deserves a nice, solid player like Alexander.
To hell with the waiver order.
You know where I'm at.
I'm not on top of that waiver.
Oh no, we're making rules to strip people off of it. We're not going with the structure of waiver rules.
Fuck that.
I think the effort I put in the league, he should clearly come to me first. So I think that's fair.
That's an opinion.
Anyway,
that's an opinion. I think it should go to the only undefeated left. Give me some.
Why would you boost the roster of the man that? No, shut the fuck
up. To reward me for not losing. That's how.
Yeah,
you're in Vegas. Sure. That's your reward. Yeah, you get to be happy for the first month of the season before you fall off.
We all know that's coming.
Why do we know that?
The big story on Erica's team to me is, what do you do with the Bengals? It looks bad, man. And
you sell. You sell.
You sell. I mean, you can sell him clearly, but you're not even going to get like a haul for him because he ain't done it. He's had one game. And
I mean, try to get said
They
Hall.
put up a stat sometime in the last game about Joe Burrow, like passes longer than 20 yards down the field, was 0 for 8. That's Jamar Chase bread and butter.
I just don't. I mean, I know he's not fully healthy, and clearly they made a mistake. They should have sat him a few weeks and got him healthy, right? And so now the question is, when is their bye week? Because that's going to be the time. Okay, so the bye week is week 7. That'll be the time that maybe you get him back. Now, here's the thing. They're only playing Arizona and Seattle. If they can win the next 2 games, go into the bye and get Joe Burrow healthy, they still might have a year.
They're going to need him. To see who the 2 teams are they play out of the bye? It's Buffalo and Miami, back-to-back.
They got San Fran.
Sorry. I misspoke. No Miami. San Fran and Buffalo.
It's even worse. San Fran's worse. Especially if they get Devontae. Good God.
If the Cardinals have been putting up some fights, and so Seattle. If they hypothetically, do they have 1 win? They've got 1 win, right?
Yeah. Cardinals got 1 win.
And the 1 win they had, Jamar Chase had 20 points. So
Seahawks are 3-1. Seahawks are also 3-1, man.
Yep.
It's kind of wild.
That is kind of wild.
They're not a good team. It's insane. They got a decent offense, sure, but I mean, I don't know, man.
They got a decent secondary too.
3-1, but 2 of them were the Panthers and the Giants. And the Giants might be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, they have 2 of the top 10.
The only reason they're not is because Chicago exists.
There you go.
They have 2 of the top 10 young corners in the league, I would say. Witherspoon and Woolen. That's a good young core to build around. Julian Love ain't no joke back there either. He's good. He's a good safety. But anyhow, there's not really much else to say on Erica's team. I mean, a lot of dud performances. You don't like seeing 3 points out of Hawk. Baltimore didn't have to do anything, so Zay Flowers only got a little bit. Calvin Ridley got in the end zone, but, man, for how smoking he got out the gates, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on with Jacksonville's offense overall. I just figured they would be slinging it and putting them up every week. I thought they'd be like Miami light.
They could still become that. I mean, sometimes second half runs and teams gelling is a real thing.
You think they got that kind of talent? Miami light? That's a bold call, I feel like.
I think so.
Doug Peterson is one of the greatest offensive coaches this league's ever seen. And the way we saw Trevor Lawrence come together like during his first season with a true offensive coach, and what we saw out of Calvin Ridley in that one video that we all saw, and then week 1. Yes, I did. I thought they could put up a lot of points every week, and it's just not looked good.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm starting to think Trevor Lawrence ain't it, man.
I don't know if it's too soon to say that. I think, but the interesting thing is I don't know what's going on there. It's like their offense just looks like there's no rhythm. If you watch them, they don't have a rhythm. You know what I mean? Like, it just when you watch a good offense, it should look like a well-oiled machine that's just chugging down the field, and they don't really have that.
There's no identity. Who do you look at and go, "Ooh, there's your," like Calvin Ridley has been superseding expectations, and you got Trevor Lawrence, the big name guy. But who on their team, when you think about Jaguars, you go, "Yeah, there's the difference maker."
I mean, ETN is having a good year quietly. ETN has been playing well. He's probably the one that's done the best on their offense. He's been very reliable. He's putting up stats. Didn't have a huge week this week, but he's been doing well. All the other guys they're all above average players. And then you have a few, potential superstars that have done it before, like Ridley. And then I think ETN could have that too, but I don't know, man. It's going to be, they got to figure it out. But switching to the other side, Herbert continues to dominate. He is the QB2, I believe, right now, only behind Josh Allen. He's having a great year, just like he's the one. Yeah. Like we all thought, man, Kellen Moore makes a huge difference to your offense. I think we've all seen that by now.
Yep.
Just a better offensive coach. than many in the league. I mean, he knows he's got a great system. And
Good at putting up points.
Yeah.
It's true.
It
Can I just
gels
say-
really well with their team too. But anyway.
Funny note about Strozzi's team. Strozzi drafted 2 defenses this year. I don't know that I've ever seen that. They both got him -6 this week.
They're both bad defenses.
Yeah.
Buddy. That's why you don't overdraft defense, man. If you want to get
Well-
one of the top 2 that's a clear cut, going to be dominant like Dallas or San Fran, sure. But outside of that, man, they're all question marks. It's
One
defense.
of the defenses that got -6 did it going against Houston.
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
is
Houston
not the
is
same
not
old
what we
Houston
thought they
anymore.
were.
Yeah.
That's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
We got
Looks
to
worse on
start
paper.
looking at that. We got to start looking at that HOU when we see it on that, like, oh, who are they playing? It's not like who's playing Houston this week. I got to go stream them right now because that ain't real no more.
The new HOU is CHI. That's the new
Yeah,
HOU.
it
Yeah. So
Nope.
that's who you're looking for when you're targeting teams.
Yes.
And if you got pass catchers, normally you'd be looking at Tennessee and Indianapolis, but apparently one of the greatest passing offenses in the league couldn't figure it out against one of the worst passing defenses in the league this week, which is kind of wild. I was telling Eric all week, Chase is going to smash. It's 10 fucking points. Okay. Anyway, not really much else on Strozzi's team. Everybody else kind of run of the mill. Tyreek
No,
Hill was held in check. You know,
Yeah, this is the low game of the week.
Fields finally
Fields-
showed
Fields-
out for him, but when you got Herbert as the QB1, that's just dead roster space if he's going to be anything. Maybe
Well,
now's the
yeah,
time
he's
to
dead.
try and trade him high.
he
He already
also
sent me
yeah.
an offer for him last week, so he's thinking about it.
he also lost.
What did he send you?
I don't remember. I glanced at it and then put it away and never looked at it again, and he took it down.
Mm.
It seemed like
Mm.
maybe it was a joke. I do remember thinking that.
Uh-oh.
He told me that Tyreek is one untouchable, so I found that hard to believe.
I'm pretty sure he
seems-
wanted Cooper
that
Kupp
seems fair.
and he wanted Quentin Johnston, and he was putting in Justin Fields and another one of his bench players. Yeah, okay.
Mm.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Anyhow, he
You think
loses
you trade
T.
with
Higgins.
Austin?
T. Higgins is out now for who knows how long. So that ain't
Is
great.
he?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
So T. Higgins and Mike Williams? Damn.
Who's got Tyler Boyd?
Yeah, people have been saying that, but you know what? Everybody keeps saying that. And last year, when one of the two was out, Tyler Boyd didn't do shit. I don't think it's a true like one-to-one thing. They're gonna put in Trent Irwin, and he's gonna get 6 targets. So it's gonna fucking
Maybe.
happen. Yeah, but
All right.
let's talk about you beating the brakes off of Luis.
I told you I was gonna.
I mean,
I
you
told
did.
you I was gonna.
You said that out loud.
Uh-huh.
I
to
mean,
the
he put
camera.
up a miserable week.
I mean, you just looked at his matchups. He had Mahomes, his
Wasn't good.
kicker, and Travis Kelce going against the Jets. Thankfully
that.
for him, I mean, I say that it didn't actually end up mattering, but he took out Ezekiel Elliott, so we didn't have 2 Patriots going against Dallas, but just bad matchups for him. He almost had the lowest point total of the week, so I don't feel super proud of my win. But hey, baby, 2-2,
Yeah,
2-2 without my first round, my second round, my third round, and for 1 week, my 5th round.
you also got lucky that the 2 wins that you got. You played 2 of the worst teams in the fucking league.
I love it. I mean, I have scored like
Yeah.
4 or 5 teams this week, so like a few of you can suck it. But yeah, there's some fortune. I got a win starting
few of you?
Russell Wilson.
A few of you can suck it.
Hey, Russell Wilson is a fine streamer, man. He
Yeah,
could do a lot
I
worse.
picked him up. I got 22-point showing from him, and I dropped him as soon as I could after that.
Nice.
I just
Because
was
it's
really
shameful.
surprised.
It's shameful to have him.
Oh
I
yeah,
was really surprised at the way that Jets Chiefs game went.
Babe.
Mhm.
That momentum all shifted when they got the safety. The entire game turned around. Jets were like, "Oh no, we're gonna fight now." And then
the Chiefs
whole
tried
game-
to go into cruise control mode, and it almost bit them in the ass because then they lost the momentum and they couldn't get it back.
They got
Mm-hmm.
the crowd back into the game, and that defense started screaming around the field, and they made Patty Mahomes look human because he was making all kind of mistakes.
Yep.
But,
A little bit of fortune at the end of it too. depending on which fan base you talk to. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about making a call like that decides the game at the end of the game. That's pretty ticky-tack.
a little bit.
That, especially with a physical corner like Sauce. Come on, man.
You don't like seeing it.
I don't like that.
Mhm.
Anyway, on your side of the ball, like you said, Ayuk week, doing the damn thing. Ayuk looks nice. He's the down the field guy. You're still going to get Debo in there every now and then, but Ayuk is going to be way more consistent.
What do you think?
Healthy.
What do you think that offense looks like against Dallas' defense this week? I'm so excited to see.
Well, you're going to put Gilmore on Ayuk, so that's not a great matchup for Ayuk.
Deron Bland ain't a fucking
great.
Scrub either.
No, he's good. I told y'all about him, man. He's good.
You told us, like, dude, he had 5 picks as a rookie last year. Like, he's been good in that system since he's been there.
They've been drafting good cornerbacks lately, but man, that's gonna. I can't wait to watch that game. That's gonna be such a fun game.
Where should I watch it here in town? Where should I go to see that game?
How long are you in Vegas, man?
I'm here for a week.
Oh, cool. So you're gonna get to see it. That's cool.
Yeah, I leave Monday, so I'm because I was originally gonna leave Sunday. I was like, I wanna catch that Cowboys Niners game on one of these stupid big screens.
Well, you could do the pool thing, right? Or you could go to like MGM or Bellagio. The pool thing sounds kind of cool to me. It's probably what I would do. But
it does sound kind of cool. Get to a swim up bar and just let it roll. Oh yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we're moving.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Get out.
I gave you a minute. I gave you a minute.
That's what we did. So
you just see it start creeping into the pan.
Yeah. The only other really thing to mention for your team, Jake, is that now we're going to see your real team.
What it looks like, yeah.
We'll see what happens. So
I've been scraping by it for a whole month.
Yeah,
you've been killing it, man.
I got to do it again. Well, jumping the gun a little bit, but Eckler's on bye, so I'll be without my first round pick this week too.
Yep.
But
we're going to see how they look, man. It'll be cool to see some bona fide superstars get back on the field.
JT
I want to see JT with
Cooper
Richardson.
Kupp.
I'm gonna clean y'all up if they show out. This league's mine. I'm just gonna like photocopy the label on the thing, slap another sticker on the trophy.
If you somehow miss the playoffs just because you somehow get unlucky and you face few weeks from the other team, I'm gonna laugh. So
unlucky.
You're just putting
What's happened to him so far?
Yeah, what do you mean get unlucky? I'm trying
holy shit!
Claw my way out of the fucking depths of despair that I've been living in for a month.
Hear me out, though.
He's the only man in the swamp that's got a ladder. He's the only one.
Look at the team you had last year, and you damn near missed the playoffs, man. That shows you.
Don't put any kind of shade on the season that got me this. Okay, sir, I did exactly what I needed to do to be a champion.
You don't know what it's like to be a champion, so don't you rely
on Josh Jacobs.
Maybe you should make some sacrifices.
You're talking to champions in this room, sir. You fucking start acting like it.
Hey, I'm a champion too. We all know that.
No, you're not.
Hold on, let me see if I can find your name on this.
Can you see where the engravings are? Because I'm pretty certain that there's only 3 names on there.
Let me just pull up the receipt from when I bought it.
Nope, way to go, Brian.
I see Cody. I see Jake. You got my last name on there. Where's yours? Not on there. You don't know.
Trash.
Attaboy. As you should, sir. Anyhow, what was I going to say? That's pretty much. You got anything else to say? Should we move into the last one? What we got going on?
I'm good with that. Did we touch on Luis's team other than it sucking? Tutu Atwell didn't do much.
They sucked. They don't warrant a response.
Yep.
58 points
Luis,
if you don't get comments.
Luis, you gotta get together out there. You gotta make some moves.
You need to move a star, 2-1 it, make a solid squad that can put up.
Need something.
Yeah. Not much for running backs on the waiver wire, but you got to use that number 1 pick sometime, right?
It's true.
Go find the Jake Ferguson level tight end and sell Kelsey for somebody good.
I wouldn't. I think the only chance he's got is the Mahomes Kelsey stack.
All right,
If he
I
didn't
think
have
he's got
Mahomes, I would agree with you. But having Mahomes means I'm not getting rid of Kelsey ever.
that's probably true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he could find his way to the middle, but like if he wants to win, like there's certain things you got to take chances on, and that's one of them.
There's
He's
only
gotta
one
hold on.
position where there's a 1A and everybody else.
you know what he should
Yeah.
have done, and he kind of missed the boat on it, is he should have sold
Hmm.
Mike Evans super high, because Mike Evans could have went for a lot last week because he's been balling out.
Yeah, I would have given him a lot.
Yeah.
I would have given him a lot for Mike Evans.
Hey, get out of
Hey.
there!
Yeah.
Get out of there!
I'll be on to the last one now. Is that all we
We're
got
on the
Yeah,
left?
last
let's do
one. She's trying to get in.
Trisha and Brant.
Leave it. Go over and smack it. Anyway,
Oh man, look at Trisha's bench. They scored as much as their starters did within a point.
what are we
There's
doing?
only
Well-
there's only 6 of them.
She's got a great team. She's always playing the wrong people, man. I don't understand what's going on.
She got the
Man.
best 1-3 team I've seen in a while.
You can
Yeah.
you can forgive her for not playing Pacheco against the Jets, right? But
You can forgive her for not playing Pacheco against the Jets.
Sure, but that on top of not playing Achan the week after he put up a 40 burger.
No excuse
Both of
for
them?
Achan not getting in.
the worst one is the only one really is Achan. Because you
Yeah.
think Joe Burrow against Tennessee, Tennessee's got a horrible pass offense. Everybody's like,
Yeah, you gotta-
all week long, everybody, this is the week where Cincinnati's going to get it together,
Mhm.
and it was not.
Nope.
Cincinnati's garbage.
They are pretty bad right now.
Cincinnati losing cost me $250. Thanks, Bengals.
I mean, fucking A, dude, they look bad. JJ is going to break records this year. I said it. That man's going to he's going to break some kind of record this year.
It does not matter what the game looks like. He's going to give you 20 points.
Yep.
Mhm.
I would love to see what his if it would take me too long to pull it up right now, but his ADOT, average depth of target, it's got to be so fucking high. Because every pass he catches is 20 yards. Every single fucking one, dude. Every time I see him catching the ball, it's 15, 20 yards downfield. Like, because he's unguardable. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous.
He is.
But anyhow, I mean, Devonta Smith kind of had just an average week. It was AJ Brown's week, clearly. But another huge bright spot on their team, I have to say, has been Ken Walker. That guy's been a touchdown monster.
Mhm.
I don't think he's had
Because
a game
Seattle's
yet this
been
year.
better than we thought.
Yeah, I don't think he's had a game this year where he hasn't scored at least one touchdown, and he's had many where he's scored multiple. So if it wasn't for Christian McCaffrey putting up 4 a game, he might be the lead in the touchdown department. But I mean, I don't know if there's a whole lot to say outside of that. Those are really the storylines. She's pretty heavily invested in.
Got talent
In
everywhere.
Cincinnati.
It's just her team's gonna come down to managing. I do remember that last year too. A lot of the players kind of fell off, but I think her first 9 picks or a running back or a wide receiver, loaded with
Mhm.
talent. But what that does is it hamstrings you. You got to make the right call every week. If you've got 3 roster spots and 5 people within the 2 or 3 projected of each other, you're asking for trouble.
Well, I think she's got to start playing Matt Stafford until she sees Joe Burrow able to do something.
Definitely.
You got to put him on the bench until he proves he can score more than 5 points.
Joe Burrow's
Yeah.
QB 31, and he hasn't missed a game. That's not like an injury number. That's starting all 4 weeks, and he's put up in 3 of them 3 points, 8
Damn.
points, and 5 points.
He was drafted as the
Damn.
QB 5 or 6 too, which is wild.
5th round pick.
Nuts.
Yeah, it's killing her squad right now.
Yeah.
Brant put out a good showing though. He
Yeah.
needed
This is the
it.
first one. It's the first one.
His wide receivers shit the bed, but Josh Allen did it all on his own, and then he got a nice day out of Herbert and Bijan.
Mhm.
Bijan's touchdown equity is just going to get crushed by the fact that you have he who shall not be named running the offense. It sucks for Bijan because Bijan should be getting 2 touchdowns a game, no problem.
We can't say Desmond Ritter anymore.
No, dude. If you say that, your fucking team will lose this week just because of the stink that's on it. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
Bijan is that guy. He looks that good.
might be the best rookie that we've seen. I mean, I don't know. To me,
It's-
man, he looks better
It's
than
too bad that
Saquon.
he's in Atlanta because that's the comparison I was going to make. He's just on a team that's going to make the first 4 years of his career. They're going to be fucking sick.
You think
Worthless.
he's the
I
you
don't
think he's
know,
the rookie
man.
of the year through 4 weeks?
No, Puka Nacua is.
or Achan.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
or Achan.
Yeah.
Ooh, what
Yeah.
a race! What a race!
Yeah.
On defense, Witherspoon.
I mean, Puka will
was making
come
an
down.
argument.
Who could
Witherspoon's
come down?
making an argument on defense.
Achan might not come down.
It's good. There's a lot of good rookies this year, dude.
Mm.
But what was I gonna say?
CJ
I
Stroud.
don't agree with you. I don't agree with you about Bijan, and we got to stop getting in the weeds too much. I don't agree with you about Bijan because that team has so much young talent. They have a good O line. They just
What
need.
don't
They
what
just
don't you
need-
agree about with Bijan?
Well,
What do you-
Cody thinks that Bijan's career is gonna be in the mud for 4 years, and I don't think so. I think if they get all they need is a fucking quarterback and a couple of pieces on
Mhm.
defense, and they're good to go, man. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Look at all the top
But that
draft picks
quarterback's
they spent.
big.
on offensive talent.
all they need, if they had Baker Mayfield right now, that team could be undefeated. That's what I'm saying, man.
Interesting.
They don't need that good of a quarterback. They just need somebody who's better than fucking nothing. I mean, God.
True. Ain't bad.
Anyhow,
They needed Josh Dobbs.
yeah. You know who else has a lot of depth at wide receiver, honestly? Is
Brant.
Brant.
Reading
Brant's
my
got a lot of
mind.
depth. Yeah.
Josh Palmer now with Williams out, Michael Thomas, Jahan Dotson, Christian Watson, and that's not any of his starters. CeeDee
No.
Lamb, Tank Dell, and Gabe Davis loaded.
I like what he's doing there. And, you know, this was Watson's first game back and he was on a pitch count. So obviously he's going to get going a little bit more. Apparently we're getting Elton Jenkins back. That's going to help that O-line. David Bakhtiari needs to be, you know, thanks for your service, sir. Get him off the team. Can't be paying that tax of $30 million for fucking 3 games a year. God damn it. What are we doing? Anyway.
How do we feel about Tank Dell? Because he's had 4 games. 2 of them he hasn't hit 5 points, but the other 2 he's hit about 20.
No. Talented rookie with other talented players on the team. He's a wide receiver.
Big splash kind of guy.
All wide receivers have down games, even the great ones.
But it's
So-
50-50. That's why I'd be nervous. You know?
Well,
It's the George Kittle syndrome.
if you want to know when to play him, you're going to have to dig a little deeper and find out what your matchups look like. Like what, you know, who's the corner on the other team that's going to be guarding Nico and who's their second corner. If it's,
Mhm.
you know, if you have Sauce Gardner matching up with Nico, then if you're playing either of them, you better be playing Tank Dell. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
You got to look how they're utilizing them, where they run them, what position they run them out of, and then who's going to match up with them on the other side, and just play it that way. That's what I would do. You know?
Yep. Makes sense to me. How about I'm so glad I didn't draft Darren Waller. Not that my tight end's been any
Dude,
better, but like
We all
the
wanted
hype.
him, and he
We
fucking
all wanted
sucks.
when he went off that fucking board. We all groaned.
Uh-huh. There's nothing there. That offense
Nothing
is
there.
so bad. It's like with Atlanta. If you can't get the ball to your star players, do they really exist? If your quarterback has 2 seconds to get rid of the ball, nothing's
Also-
going to come from that.
Also, I think what we're seeing this year is the truth about Darren Waller now. He's old. Okay? He looks great at the beginning of the year. Like when I watched him in the preseason, he moved well. He was running routes well. And even maybe week 1 when they were getting boathouse, like you couldn't really see it. But early on in the year, I think he moved well. When I'm watching him now, man, he looks like a 35-year-old with arthritis. He can't get off
Yeah,
the
he doesn't
ground.
look good.
It doesn't look
He
good,
doesn't look
man.
good.
He doesn't look athletic.
No,
You know?
his physique
know-
looks way better than his athleticism.
You know who has more
Yeah.
touchdown catches this year than Darren Waller? Jimmy Graham.
Ugh.
And he had to do it against Packers fans kind of cheered for him actually a little bit when he did the Lambeau leap.
It's
Jimmy
his
Graham did a lot
only
of nice
catch
things.
he's had through 4 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
Was an 8-yard touchdown. And
He
he's
did a lot of good things for
He's
us.
got one more touchdown than Darren Waller.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Lucky to be alive, man. He almost OD'd before the season started. turning into more.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Lucky to be
Arrested.
alive, you almost OD'd. Yeah.
Yeah,
He should
funny
be
fact,
fortunate.
caught a touchdown. Almost
Fuck you,
died 4
Jimmy
weeks ago.
Graham.
Anyhow, yeah, I was doing some blow, ladies and friends, doing some blow down there in New Orleans. So
Goddamn.
anyhow,
Goddamn.
If you're
Is
gonna do
that
it, down in New Orleans, we did
that's
it.
That's it, man. I think we covered it. Unless we got much else to say. I mean,
In record
we
time.
gotta. Whoa, we didn't talk about next week's matchups.
It's
we
true,
got to
but
do
up
it
to
next
now,
week real quick.
How are we doing?
a little over an hour, but like just barely, but like right at.
Well, then let's just pick winners. I'm gonna ask for some matchup data, if that's fine.
I'm gonna do them. We'll do it real quick and dirty.
Okay.
First one up for me is mine versus Allen. I'm winning versus Allen. Clearly, we got some nice matchups. We got Lamar running against Pittsburgh. We like that. We got David Montgomery against Carolina. We like that. Steph Diggs against Jacksonville. AJ Brown versus Los Angeles. We look good this week. Jalen Waddle playing the Giants. I like it.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
And
he's
he's
got a lot of
got
good
he's
matchups.
got his first round pick going against San Francisco. His other running backs going against Buffalo. He's got DK Metcalf and Rashad White on a bye, so it's looking like it might be your week.
Yep.
You know what?
And Jared Judy
We've
playing the
officially
Jets.
entered. We have officially entered the part of the season where I'm hoping that Patrick beats the better of the competition in this division, so my lead can just separate. Patrick,
Just
I'm
gonna
voting
smash
you
everybody.
here.
And you're gonna
he's
fall
that
below me.
cream sitting on top, and the rest of it's just kind of like diluting out.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I
a
mean,
real cleanup here, dude.
My team is gonna keep on a rolling. So
Good,
we're
because
picking me, right?
I need you. Yes, I am, because I need you to drag Allen down with you.
I like having consensus. It's nice when everybody knows I'm better. Anyway, we got Todd and Jacoby. This one looks a little bit more even to me, just on first glance. Get Jordan Love
standout
going
matchups you
against. So for Jacoby, Jordan Love's got the Raiders. Not a bad matchup. Christian
Yeah.
McCaffrey's got Dallas. Who knows? Two very
With
Who knows?
Debo on the same roster too. He's got them both.
Yeah,
I think Debo's getting shut down. Christian McCaffrey, I don't know if he can shut him down this year.
that game is gonna be super interesting from a fantasy perspective because can anybody slow down San Francisco?
And then the two kind of question marks, the three question marks, I guess, are which is probably going to decide it for Jacoby, depending on what his stars do. But what does Alvin Kamara look like against New England? Obviously, they lost the big stud up front in Judon. Adam Thielen against Detroit, but Detroit's defense is playing well, by the way. They're playing well this year. They got some talented young defensive backs.
I think
And then he's got DeAndre Swift versus LA, the Rams. So not great matchups, but not terrible. They're kind of all middle of the road.
Picking Todd because Todd's put up 125 in 3 consecutive weeks. He's found some consistency as far as somebody putting out 30 points for him every week.
Also,
You pair that with the McCaffrey Debo going against Dallas is like Jacoby's like biggest unit. I'd say Todd to get the edge here.
Also, Devontae revenge game narrative against the Pack.
There you go.
Going out there to the desert.
Yeah, they're gonna throw him the ball a lot,
They are going to throw the ball a lot.
and he's gonna catch it a lot.
Yeah, I know.
And he's going to score a lot.
I'm going to remember how fun it was when he was
All right, is that 2 consensus picks on the first 2 matchups?
Yeah, we're going Todd, right?
Yeah, I'm
Going
going
Todd.
All right. Well, this one is lined up to be a significant blowout. Looking at the line probability, it's Cody versus Austin. Cody's probability is 14 points over Austin. Big
he
line.
still has a kicker in that's on a bye, so he'll get another 8 points on top of that.
Still.
Yeah, you gotta keep that in mind.
Derrick Henry playing in Indianapolis. That might be a big old Derrick Henry game.
This might be.
Depends on how the Giants-Miami game goes. If Miami's just beating the freaking brakes off. But here's the thing about Miami. Miami is not a team like Dallas who's just going to run Rico Dowdle 20 times and run the clock out. McDaniels is going to keep chucking it until they're up by like 40. And then he might do that. That's kind of the way he does things. So if that happens, could be an upset there, depending on what your team does. Cody.
I can't not pick the 0-4 to beat the 4-0.
I'm not gonna pick him, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna go with Austin just for a storyline. Let's see.
Looking at the matchups, Austin's team doesn't look like it has no chance like I've seen in like the last couple of weeks. You know what I mean? And you know me, I'm not like the humble pick kind of guy. Realistically, Austin's got a better chance this week than he should.
Because Tennessee is good against the run. Now, are they good against the running quarterback, and can they handle Richardson and JT? We'll see. You know?
My prediction is we're going to go into Monday night. It's going to be Packers and Raiders. And Cody's going to need 15 from Aaron Jones. He's going to get 12.
What's going lately?
That's my prediction.
Raiders do not have a good defense, though. I think Aaron Jones is going to eat him up.
Might.
We'll see.
Would love that.
I'm going Cody. Much as it pains me to do so.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
This one also is, well, Luis also has not put a wide receiver in yet, but here's why I'm picking Erica in this matchup. Luis and Erica. I'm picking Erica because Luis is going to be out without Mike Evans and Amari Cooper. And on a team that already does not have a lot going on for it, losing that level of talent at wide receiver, you're going to be in trouble.
Unless Tyler Boyd does show out. He's got him too.
That's fair, but again,
I don't believe in the Bengals.
They're also they're playing Arizona, but Arizona's playing well. I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't believe in the Bengals, and if you're asking me to dip as far down under their roster as Tyler Boyd to make a difference, I'm out. I'm taking Erica.
Here's the other problem for Luis's prospects. Miami's going to be up. Raheem Mostert's going to get the ball. Okay, him and H.N. are both going to get the ball. The other thing is Packers' run defense is terrible, and Josh Jacobs is slated for like 16 points.
It's bad.
It's not the good. You know?
I think Air's got a good team. I don't know. Like, I see a bunch of people week after week not hit their projections on it, so I'm starting to kind of ease off of that a little bit. But
they've just been
but she got a little bit of fantasy luck going. Like, you lay a fucking egg and like you still get a W out of it. Like this week, like that's some momentum that you can't even wish for.
She have a better record.
She's 3-1. Yeah, she's leading your division.
But if you look at her points,
your wife is leading your division.
She's first in the division, but she's like 7th on overall points or something like that.
Yep, that's accurate.
Plays good defense.
Plays good defense. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Just not with her defense.
Yeah. But
doesn't play a good defense. Plays good defense.
Oh, and I stand corrected. She's 9th in scoring.
Wow.
Plays good
She's
defense.
the Minnesota from last year of this league. This might be the most. Yeah, this might be the most even matchup of the week. You got Brant going against Strozy. The line is literally 102.7 to 102.7, which is kind of interesting. They felt exactly level.
Talk to me about some of those tasty matchups.
Well, all of a sudden, Strozy's wide receiver 2 is Alan Lazard with T. Higgins not being a thing
and
anymore.
Herbert's on bye, so he's going to have to play Fields against Washington, which could go okay.
Good.
But it could also be terrible, like it's been most of the
year. Could also be terrible.
He's also got the Dolphins defense, which cool, but they're going against Danny Dimes and the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And they're just gonna blitz and blitz.
Yeah, man. What I think again, that Miami game is such a question mark. What happens in that game? If they just blow the Giants out of the water, does that mean that the skill players are not going to score a lot of points? I mean, somebody's got to score the points to blow them out of the water, but that can happen a lot of different ways. If it's not your guy, then you're going to be disappointed. So I don't know. I think on Brant's side, I think Bijan's going to have a day against Houston. Houston's playing better, but I think that Atlanta run offense is going to dominate inconsistent. That's what I think. So I think you're going to get a big Bijan week and you get a big Josh Allen week. That's what I'm thinking. Josh Allen's playing Jacksonville.
Yeah, with his receivers out, I think I got to take Brant in this matchup.
Ooh, man, it is tough though, huh? He's got so many. I think the better.
You know
team,
what though? No. I hate to do this. I'm switching back. I'm taking Strozzi here. I just haven't seen Brant pull it together enough this year. I'm a little disappointed that a former champion's been showing like he has. I'm picking Strozzi because I want to see better out of Brant.
True. Strozzi's team averages almost 20 points more a week than Brant's has through 4 weeks.
I'm going to say it here so I can take a victory lap if it does happen and then just ignore that I said it if it doesn't happen. But I'm going to say that Brant should probably play Jahan Dotson over Tank Dell. Because Tank Dell's playing Atlanta, that's a better defense than Chicago. That's what I think.
Interesting.
We'll
play Jahan Dotson. Anyway, I'll pick it, Brant.
I don't know. Let me flip a quarter.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's what the probability says.
One of the teams has got Josh Allen, the one's got Justin Fields. I'm going with Brant.
I'm going with Brant because of Allen and Bijan. That's probably
all right. So I'm alone in this pick.
If home field advantage was an actual thing in fantasy football, I'd be picking the other way because it's got Strozzi as the home team, but it's not going to save him. It's not going to.
It'd be funny if you did.
It is. There is.
For that.
There's a rule saying for it. The home team can get like a whatever point bonus you decide before the week or something like that.
I'm telling you right now, if their matchup went 102-7 to 102-7, Strozzi wins because there's no ties. It'd give it to the home team. Which would be fucked up. I hate that.
Fucked up.
Like,
to lose
because it should be a tie, right?
Red tape. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I would almost try to figure out how the advantage override that shit at the time. But anyhow, the line in Trish and Jake's matchup is not accurate clearly because Cooper Kupp is not in that lineup. But is Cooper Kupp actually going to play this week? He's practicing. JT's going to play. We don't know if Cooper Kupp's going to play yet, though.
He's being pretty hush-hush on it, but he was a full participant in practice.
Well, that bodes well. I mean, if they're practicing in full, you would think he's going to play. But because Cooper Kupp against well, either way.
I misspoke. Sorry. Jonathan Taylor was the full participant. Coop has just been opened up to practice, so there's still some vagueness.
Okay.
Because the problem for you, Mr. Wilson, is Daniel Jones getting down and having to throw the ball and getting annihilated. Jonathan Taylor playing one of the better run defenses in the league in Tennessee.
I'm going to start Jared Goff this week, so don't even worry your pretty little head about it dimes.
That would be the move, sir. Hopefully he doesn't Kirk Cousins yet. Because Carolina has shut down Kirk Cousins quickly. But I think Jared Goff is actually a little bit more reliable quarterback. Does he have the upside of Cousins? No, but Jared Goff will get you 15 a week. Like it's you know.
And he's getting Williams back too, right? Isn't that this week?
Jameson Willie, yeah. I almost actually
suspension reduced. You never see it.
No, you don't see that. You I almost snagged Jameson from Austin for JSN before the news broke.
Is that the same trade rate or a different one?
That one's actually a little bit more equitable in the eyes.
Different is the answer.
Different trade. Different trade.
No.
Yeah.
It is, and this is the reason why. Jameson Williams, albeit explosive, has not gotten any consistency with that team. You have Amon-Ra there, who's target number 1. You have Samuel Laporta, who's target number 2. Yeah, don't worry. Whatever, dude. We're on the last one. Let me ramble a little bit. I just don't know if you see a consistent fantasy outcome from Jameson Williams this year. I think you're going to see the Deshaun Jackson.
That's fair. I don't give a fuck about his production, but I think that him being on the field helps Jared Goff win me this week.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
And I'm really excited about seeing Brees. Oh, not really. I'm pretty fucking excited about seeing Brees Hall go against Denver.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. They should run the ball 35 fucking times.
Yeah.
because Chicago was able to run the ball and they sucked. So I mean, the Jets
Yeah.
have to be able to do something because they
All right,
suck
let's
too,
get outta
but
here.
they don't suck that bad.
Let's get out of here.
Well, Trish is
I got some fucking money to blow. Let's go. Come on.
You gotta
Oh,
make a
we're
pick.
picking.
Who you
Trish
picking?
Trish has got Kenneth Walker, Jerome Ford, and Chris Godwin on a bye this week. So I'm picking myself.
I'm picking Mr. Wilson. The stars are aligning for his team, and Trish is probably not even going to start Devon Achane.
No, she is. He's in the lineup already.
Yeah.
I'm picking Trish because I think Achan is going to light it up, and I think JJ is going to light up KC too.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that.
Well, I'm
Trish.
picking Mr. Wilson
Best
out of
one of three
respect for
teams.
his championship.
Hey, one last note for the future. One cool thing that we could do is if we kept track of our picks and then saw who was the most right at the end of the year. That would be fun.
Yeah, but that's just another thing you'd lose to me at, Patrick.
Ooh.
No, because then we could put something on it like food, which is something that I really enjoy, and then I'm just going to win for sure. So,
Okay.
yeah, you can buy me a steak.
So if we were playing for meatballs, your name would be on this trophy. Is that what you're saying?
Damn right, dude. You see my belly?
You mean like a whole pot of Swedish meatballs?
You'll never see me again. I'll be drawing up charts. I'll be on PFF all day long, reading their bullshit
Patrick
stats.
drowned in a shallow pool.
Just
of
fucking
Swedish
barbecue
meatballs.
sauce smeared around his face.
Just
He's
fueled
eating
by
meatballs
nothing.
to get ready for eating meatballs.
That's right, dude. You got to get ready. Ready to go.
Pre-game meatball trip.
Thank you.
Hey, dude.
We did it, boys.
Nice. Kept it good. Hour and 30.
You kept it good. Way to go.
All right. Peace.
All right, now I
Thanks
got
for
to pee.
tuning in.
I'm out of here.
Do it.
All right, guys. Bye.
Later, boys.